Happy New Year, riders and not! I'm starting this year with a change that you will probably notice anyway. I have to announce that Miles is gone. You remember that little white Miata that appeared in some of my vlogs and some vlogs I did about it? Unfortunately, I had to say goodbye to it. I came to pick it up after an MOT and I found out that they couldn't start it. And that was just the beginning of a long story and trying to fix it, and I got it to Suffolk Mazda and I got some help from my friend, but unfortunately none of us could do anything to the point when all the wiring loom needed to be checked. And as you probably know, if you don't, it takes time. And it doesn't take my time because I don't know anything about the wiring loom. It takes somebody else's time that I have to pay for. And because I planned to have a bigger car, and I need to have a bigger car, now I am a proud owner of the van, which is like a huge upgrade in size from MX5. But we will talk and we will meet Max soon. But now I would like to dedicate this vlog to Miles and tell you 10 reasons why it's worth having an MX5 MK1. To convince you why MX5 is one of the best cars out there, I actually went to MX5 community and asked them what are the reasons they chose Miata. And reason number one, everyone agreed, is flip-up headlights. That's what makes MK1 different from all the other MX5s, and that's what makes it the best one. Nothing can beat flip-up headlights. The joy when you push the button and the headlights open up like a big surprised eyes is unbeatable. And even better joy when you meet another MX5 MK1 and he flip-ups the headlights, or you start flipping them and they start winking. This is like the most incredible thing about that car. As I just mentioned, when you see another MX5 on the road and you flip to each other, there is no such, or at least I don't know, a better cars community. MX5 community is like bikers. Literally, I felt exactly the same like with, for example, Harley Davidson community. They have meetings, they can answer all your questions, not always right, but that's quite normal in the community, isn't it? Everyone has an opinion, everyone has an experience, and everyone willingly will share it. Most of the people are very helpful, and every single time I posted on Facebook groups or even on my Instagram, I always had answers to the questions that I had and always had advices, very good advices as a new owner of an MX5. So if you will decide to become an owner of Miata, you have to know that together with that car, you have a bunch of new friends. Number 3 was mentioned, and I actually absolutely agree with it, is the cheap heads turning car. I paid for my Miles £1,600, and for that amount of money, I had looks from people with admiration, and people really liked it, and people asked about it. It's definitely a car that looks different, and it's definitely the car that puts smiles on people's faces. Number 4, another reason why MX5 or Miata or Uno's Roadster that I had are so similar to a motorcycle is because of the amount of mods available. I haven't done much with my Miles. It's mainly because it was lockdown, I was busy with my work, I was busy fixing the water pump, and I was busy sorting out the rest. But there is so many mods available, from simple things like stickers that you can get for free or cost you minimum, to turbo, body parts, anything. The amount of mods and the quality of them really depends from the amount of money that you are willing to spend on your car and the amount of skills that you have. Which leads us to number 5. It's a great first car. and it's a great first project. This is one of the reasons I got it, because I wanted to learn more of the car mechanics. Even with a short amount of time that I had my miles, I learned some things. I learned the things just watching other people. I learned the things being curious, asking questions, and doing some things myself. And one of the first things that I bought when I got my car was a manual. And that was my bedtime story some of the nights. And also my Bible I turned up and read when I had some questions or something went wrong. And number 6 would be easy to find parts. From the used parts that you can buy at the places where they fix them, for example for me it's local Suffolk Mazda, to an online shops, to the owners groups that I mentioned. Basically finding parts for MX5 never takes too long, and also you have a range of a price from used to a brand new and probably an upgrade or something better than it ever been fit in that car. Number 7 can also be a negative point. Some people would say it's too small, and it is one of the reasons that I needed a bigger car, because it is small. But also it can be a positive point, and some people will say it is very practical. Myself, I used it as a daily, and I even done a couple IKEA shoppings in my MX5. I also got some pictures from the owners group where people prove the practicality of MX5. And others say that having 2 seats is actually more an advantage rather than disadvantage. It helps you when you don't want to take any of your drunk friends home. It also helps you when you don't want to take your mother-in-law for a drive. For me, it also was a choice. Who's gonna drive with me? Who's been a good boy? My son, Mini-Me, or my boyfriend? Also, MX5 small size leads to another good point. It's easy to park. Even here in UK, where the streets are extremely narrow, and where parallel parking is your everyday norm, MX5 fits literally anywhere. Whereas now having Max, my van, I realize how big that advantage of easy to park your car was. MX5 is one of the best cars if you want to drift. To build into a proper drift performance vehicle and drift it on the track, or if you want occasionally drift it on the roundabout. Not on purpose, not at all, but it's extremely easy. And the last but not least, and actually the main reason why I got my MX5, it's fun to drive, or miles per miles. One evening, one of my friends who had an MX5 let me drive it. It literally was the most fun car that I've ever driven. I don't know how to explain because it's really manual. You can hear all the different sounds, and it's not the easiest car to drive, and it's definitely not the fastest. Definitely not when it's nothing done to the engine. But the fun factor, even when you're going slow, 30 miles per hour in town, it always brings the smile on your face. And I remember wandering around just like on the motorcycle and getting lost in the car, which was very unusual for me, just because how much fun it was to drive it. And it was never about the destination, it was about the journey, just like on the motorcycle.
Destiny. Well, can you feel the fire as we're moving to the rhythm of love? And every time we're close together, you make me feel so fine.
Most probably I will have an MX5 Miata or Uno's Roadster, one of them, again in my lifetime, because I already missed my miles. However, it was a time for me to move on, and it was a time for me to have something bigger, which opened a lot more opportunities for me, making my vlogs better for you and producing a better content, because now guys, I can have a track bike. And now guys, I can have an off-road motorcycle, because in my van I can fit any bike. Also, instead of having an MX5 project, now I have a van project. And some things need to end, but better things to begin. Happy New Year once again, guys. I'll see you next time.